there. Second time pulling the anchor up this morning. We're gonna move in on the other side there. So we're in Little Harbor, Anchorage in Catalina. We got in after dark last night. It's the first time I've had to anchor after dark, and it sucked really bad. And the sailboat Wild Grace, he came on the VHF and tried to talk us in to like a good spot, but I couldn't identify the rock he was referring to, so I told him I was just gonna anchor further out and then move in the morning. And we anchored out 30 feet of water, but man, it was such a bummer. It was so rolly, like relentless surge all night long, just really uncomfortable. We had the rocker stopper out, it didn't matter, we were bobbing in all directions. So first thing this morning, got up, made some coffee, pulled everything in, got the hook up, and we motored over trying to find a good spot. And the same sailor on it's a Hunter 36 Wild Grace, he was kind enough to suggest we anchor between him and the shore, which puts us kind of on top of him. So that was real nice of him to put out that that offer. I really appreciate it. So now we're tied up, or we're on the hook in like, I think we're in like 10 feet of water right now. We dropped the hook in about 20 foot and super close to shore. That was the first time for me to do stern anchoring, so that was a little stressful, but it went perfect. It actually helped a lot. I dropped the stern anchor first, and then Camille paid it out as we motored forward, and then we dropped the bow anchor, and this boat does not back up straight at all. So this dropping the stern anchor first helped a ton, because then as we were backing up to keep off of him, we pulled ourselves straight with the stern anchor after we got the hook set and just backed up until we were in a happy place. We have about 5 scope out, kind of all chain, and much calmer water, and we're gonna be able to snorkel this whole area just from the boat. So yeah, pretty happy with where we are now. We're gonna spend the night here tonight, and then move on to Cat Harbor probably tomorrow. So that's the update. Time to have some breakfast and see what the day has for us. Tell us about your night.
I didn't throw up, but I thought about it.
Terrible night, right?
Yeah, it was really hard to sleep.
Yeah, gnarly. Better now?
Pretty much. Dramamine makes me feel like I hate everything.
Yeah. It's a terrible drug, but it helps. You didn't throw up. I was proud of you, because last night was hard. Yeah. Really rough, but lovely location now. Maybe they're spearfishing with a bow and arrow. That boat is very weird though. I don't think you guys can see that video because the sun's behind them. There's like a Zodiac with a weird cage on it, and these 3 dudes with bow and arrows. Maybe they're like arrow fishing. I don't know, it's pretty wild. The boat is very specific though. Faith for her first snorkel. First time snorkeling, very excited, got all our gear. We're gonna make our way around, check everything out. Should be fun. Here we go. Okay, let's go straight to the shore. We spent the day snorkeling and then some more swimming. We saw, what did we see? Was it crazy fish?
A shovel-nosed guitar fish.
It's its real name.
It was wild.
It was so cool. And Garibaldi and
Señoritas.
Senorita. What was that weird one I showed you? Do you remember the name of it? The red one. Oh, the spot's the opal eye. And then we saw some other fish, that red one that was down below. I can't remember the name of it. We have a chart on the boat. Yeah, today was Camille's first snorkeling, and it was great. This place is amazing. The sun was out high in the sky, great visibility. Spent a lot of time in the water, and it was dreamy. And then we rested for a while, and then went back in the water, and I scraped half the bottom, which I'm pretty stoked about. It's hard work. Camille went off and did some exploring, Would you tell us about the crazy fish stuff you saw?
Oh, so there were giant schools of sardines, and they were all swimming really close to the surface, and then one or a couple would tip upward, and then all the other ones would sort of ball around them. They were making all of these like weird patterns and but very like visibly making themselves all tight together.
So,
and then they disperse again.
So if anybody knows what that activity is, we're going to look it up when we get back to the mainland, but post it in the comments. That'd be interesting if you know what's happening. So pretty wild. She said it didn't look like they were attacking or anything, just like weird stuff. So now we're going for a hike. We're going to do a drone shot, but the clouds are kind of rolling in, so I don't know if we're going to. But it's my favorite anchorage in Catalina I've ever been to. And we were gonna head to Cat Harbor tomorrow, but we decided to stay. We're gonna spend all day tomorrow and tomorrow night. We got a good spot. We got our stern anchor out, our bow anchor. We were like relaxing on the boat earlier. We dove on the anchor and it was on its side, but it was dug in so hard I couldn't stand it up. So I was like, okay. We're laying on the boat, relaxing, and we hear a bam! Like it sounded like someone hit the boat.
Yeah.
What did you think it was?
A submarine.
She thought a submarine hit us. Turns out it wasn't a submarine. No one hit the boat. And then we noticed the stern anchor line was slack. So I was like, oh, it popped. It was on some weed, like a big clump. So we reset both anchors, and she's happy as can be now. Laid out some more scope. This anchorage is amazing though. It's really protected where we are now. Our buddy John on Wild Grace, he came over and chatted with us today. Super nice guy. Like, he went scuba diving, told us the best places to snorkel here. He's the one that tried to talk us in last night when we were anchoring in the dark. And just super great guy, and he made his way to Avalon today after some diving. So it's good to meet other great people. A lot of yachties are like that, so I'm just grateful for that. Now we're gonna go for a hike, but we're both worn out, so we'll see how far we hike. We're gonna try to find some buffalo. There's buffalo roaming right there. Is that where my finger is?
Right there.
They're roaming. This trail is really cool looking too. It reminds me of Death Valley. Really? I wonder what it is.
He's still looking at you.
Try not to get rammed by a buffalo. That must be, I wonder if that's his missus. Very strange. I feel like I'm in a Dio video. Rubbing his nuts on the post. I know the feeling, bro. That's dirty. They're so crazy looking. Just hanging out on a post. The other one's waiting his turn. Alright. You guys. He's got wood. Not very graceful. So hopefully getting back out will be a little better. Next time we'll bring the GoPro so if we fuck up you can see it. Had an amazing day. This is an incredible anchorage. One of the few in Catalina that isn't filled up with mooring balls, and what a dream. We had talked about or planned on heading to Cat Harbor tomorrow, but we're gonna stay another night. Got a lot more exploring, snorkeling to do. You're feeling how much we're rocking. It's far better than it was last night, I assure you.
It's much better than last night.
Last night was so brutal. But yeah, we had some good dinner. Now we're just gonna relax and pass out. I am like so tired. Good day, right?
Very good.
Good day. So, we'll see you guys in the morning.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. It helps us a lot.
Thanks again to all of our patrons. Your contributions help us get the boat ready for big things.
Until next time.
Sucks. Tightening the packing nut. This thing is a fucking pain in my ass. It's not fun. Tight quarters.